Brian Norman stops Derek Quavz. It was a third round.
Yeah.
That was like a 2-1, knocked him down with a jab, real hard jab.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the performance?
He did good, man. I mean, you know, coming off the layoff, they both had a layoff. It's been a little minute for Norman. Went in there early, trying to exchange, got caught with a shot, checked himself. And once he checked himself, he pretty much got rid of the guy. You know what I mean? He did what he was supposed to do. Quavz can fight, but to me, Quavz, like, he that guy, like, every time he's supposed to have a chance or get a chance and something happens and he falls short. Meaning he didn't get his opportunity when he was supposed to, whatever the case, or when he was around. I heard he was hot at one time, he was supposed to be. I never really seen him until that night, until he fight Norman. And he kind of, I don't know, he had like a brain freeze. He got hit with a hook and had like a brain freeze or something. Something happened to him.
He got up from the knockdown.
He really didn't go down that first time. Remember, he got real low and stayed up, and Norman jumped on him.
He seemed like Norman kind of like beat the fight out of him.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was just. I don't know. I don't want to say it wasn't nothing because he definitely got hit with a shot. It's just he like reacted to it like, whew, like, oh my God, I ain't been hit like that since I was a kid. You know what I mean? That's kind of how his face was. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Norman did good, man. He looked like he primed and ready to, you know, get in there with whoever. And that's, you know, what I'm hoping for.
Came out with a real sturdy jab. That was something that you always said you wanted to see out of him.
Yeah.
He was actually hooking with the hooker. It surprised me. It seemed like his hook was a bit sharper and more compact.
Yeah, a little shorter, yeah.
You think that was the key to him getting his victory?
It really looked like whoever landed first. Quavz, I see it. Quavz sparked it off with a hook. He went to the body, came back up top, hit Norman like upside his head, buzzed him a little quick buzz. You know what I mean? Got it together, he tightened up. That's the thing about Norman and his father know it. He quick to get into an exchange. So, and I know you didn't ask me this, but that's why I feel like they won't take the Boots fight, because he getting one of those exchanges with Boots, he not gonna get the best of it. He not, because Boots too fast. And when he get hit like that, and then if you let Boots know that he rung your bell, if you don't have the proper skills to get up out of there, like a Karen, you done for it. He too tough. I like him, but he too tough. You know, and you know that's gonna be the thing that get him hurt. He too tough. I know you didn't ask me that, but I had to mention that because his dad was just talking crazy the other night. He was just saying shit.
All right, since you spoke on it in the last segment, let's get into it. All right.
Yeah.
Brian Norman Sr. and Jr. before the fight was actively saying they wanted Jaron Ennis next.
Yeah.
And after the fight, it seemed like they were more than open of going in another direction.
Yeah.
I heard Junior said, I'm not waiting for another man, talking about staying the onus and Boots.
Yeah.
And Senior talking about fights with Jen Sasaki and Mario Barrios makes sense. But before the fight, Boots was a bitch if he didn't fight him.
Yeah.
Or if he fought Teofimo Lopez, or if he moved to 154, which people have been asking for.
Right.
Were you surprised that they kind of like changed directions in their thought process?
No, because his pop, this is what his pop doing, bro. He building the hype around the new hype around 147, which is Boots, and you know, Stanios and Barrios and Norman. He building around that hype, and he using Boots' name to build their name. If you're not gonna, listen, with my guys, if we're not fighting that guy, we're not gonna keep talking about him. We might talk about him if we asked about him, but we're not gonna keep talking about him. The very first thing he did, see, I told you, and when Boots fought this guy in 1973, that guy was too short. And when he fought this guy in 81, I'm like, bro, why are you talking about fights from 6-7 years ago? Are y'all gonna fight him? That's the main thing. Are y'all gonna fight him? Nobody care about nothing else. So I feel like all of that is just they just using their situation where they using their situation where they just want to fight against a guy that wasn't ranked. I don't know. Definitely wasn't ranked top 10. I don't want to hear that. He couldn't have been ranked top 10. He wasn't ranked, and all of a sudden we the boogeymen at 147. No. So I ain't buying none of that energy.
Now, this was a fight that was negotiated for the November 9th Boots fight, right?
Yeah.
Then they tried to revisit the fight again for this upcoming fight because Boots wanted a unification with either Barrios staying on this or Norman Jr. Norman Sr., the whole team said, you know, we just came off the hand surgery. We want to take a tune-up, see how the hand is.
Yeah.
Does it make sense for Norman Jr. to go into the fight with Jaron Ennis now that Mario Barrios doesn't have a dancing partner?
Why not? I don't understand. I just don't understand. It's wrecking my brain trying to figure out what these dudes is trying to do. If I'm the man, if I'm one of the guys at 47, I'm a belt holder, and I'm saying I'm better than all of them guys, get them to me. Once Boots and Barrios, once Boots and Sandy Onis do what they do, and we figure out what's going on over there, all right, come on. They just fought a week ago. The Boots fight next week. Boots fight next week.
The timeline makes sense.
Everything adds up. They both going to be done with their fights in a matter of 2 weeks. So the next camp could be dedicated to them two fighting each other. That's not what they want to do. They want to fight Barrios, and then they either gonna wait for Boots to move up. They gonna wait for Boots to move up, or they gonna drop the titles. They're not trying to fight Boots, man. I know they not. It's not enough there. There's no disrespect. It's not enough there though.
Is it a money issue?
It's not a money issue. It's that kid, 23 years old, and he could possibly get destroyed fucking with Boots and everything they did, all the hard work they did, everything that his father ever been through with boxing, and everything they've been through in life. All of that can go down the drain in one night. You got to remember, Santillian was supposed to beat that kid. I agree. Norman stepped up to the plate, did what he's supposed to do. Norman come back, he beat Quavz. All right, cool. What's up though? But they not trying to do that. That's not what they really trying to do. Because my words, if that was me speaking on behalf of my son, my words would be, listen. Soon as they get done, Boots do what he's supposed to do, we fighting. That's the fight I want next. You know what I'm saying? That's the fight I want next. Come on. Playing around. Come here. Whoop me. Alright, you out. Screaming and shit.
19?
Shut up. My bad.
Bob Arum is on record trying to make Teofimo Lopez versus Jaron Ennis.
Yeah.
Last fight.
Yeah.
Still actively wants it this fight. Yeah. Turki Al-Ashiki wants it for the next fight.
Yeah.
Is it a good look that your own promoter is negotiating against you on a fight that you're claiming that you want?
Bro, they not invested in that kid, bro. You know how? He just fought on a Michaela Mayer undercard. Michaela Mayer was coming off a fight with Sandy Ryan that was like a good fight, and they come you in the undercard of Michaela. No disrespect to Michaela Mayer, she a great fight. I'm not fighting on her undercard, and I'm a champion. I'm a world champion, a grown man. I'm fighting on a Michaela Mayer undercard. No, it ain't like it's a Clarissa Shields undercard. You fighting on Michaela Mayer undercard? No, we ain't doing that. Not doing that. And my bad, Mill, cut you off. What's the white boy, bald head white boy working for Top Rank? Fat boy, he be getting in the ring.
Oh, Carl
Moretti, right? Look at Carl Moretti's face after that fight. He was like, oh God, this motherfucker did it again. They trying to find guys to get rid of him, but not guys that's gonna cost them a lot. Cause where did Quavz come from? All right, we found Quavz. Quavz is a puncher, right? But even though he ain't punching nobody official, and I'm saying that because Brian Norman Sr., he like to bring up Boots opponents. Quavz never beat nobody official, you know what I'm saying? So all his knockouts come from his countrymen. He was beating on his countrymen. All right, cool. He come over here, he get knocked out. What's the name? Look at his face after that fight. The one you just mentioned. What's
Carl
his name?
Moretti.
Carl Moretti. Watch his face after that fight. Go back and look at him.
I know everything. 9 times out of 10, it comes back to the business, right? They sneered at the 1.7 million, said they wanted more, said it was a low ball offer. You've been in the business longer than I have. Can you have that stance when you're fighting on undercards and not really?
That's what I'm
like. Not really making or like
that's
something comparable to that for your
down.
first defense, your second defense. Or
that's what I'm saying about him, bro. In Atlanta, he got like. In the whole Atlanta, he probably got 175 fans. They not fucking with him. Sit down. They not fucking with him. No disrespect to him. I even said before, it's a shame that they treat that kid like that. He should be blown up in Atlanta. He's supposed to be in all the rap videos. I
feel like his first title defense should have been in Atlanta.
It should.
How do we know?
Sit down.
How do we know if he can sell if he's not getting the opportunity to?
Yeah. I don't know. Sit down. And that's the thing. Why won't Top Rank take a chance at putting him in an arena, a small arena with like 8,000, 9,000 people, and let him try to fill that joint up? How come they won't do that? You know what I'm saying? And that should be part of Brian Norman Sr. his spill. He got so much spill for everybody, but go at Bob and ask him, yo, why we can't have a joint at home? But he know why. They really don't fuck with them like that. You can tell. I could tell when I was down there. You know what I'm saying? I think I might have been getting more love than he was getting in the building. You feel me? And we was in their hood. All right, what you gonna do? Come on, you being crazy. You still recording, Milk?
You acting like you ain't never busted grub on camera.
Bill like Spike Lee.
Huh? We authentic, man. All right, get serious. Can't pronounce his last name, but a fighter named Gabriel. He was a Nigerian fighter. He was fighting in Ghana. He ends up like collapsing during the fight, not by a punch.
Yeah.
He ends up passing away. What was your thoughts actually watching that as a fighter, as a trainer?
I mean, it's scary. It's scary. You know why? Because we don't know what happened. We don't know what's wrong. And even if we did get a report about it, we still don't know what happened. To me, it looked like he had like a seizure or something. You know what I'm saying? But to hear it that he lost his life, man, that shit was sad, man, because he got a family like everybody else. And I mean, I'm pretty sure he had kids or something like that, or a wife, something like that. And he died doing what did he do to try to support his family. You know what I mean? I think we got to do a better job with the physicals and the background checks, things like that. And then sometimes shit just happens, man. But it was scary. It was scary because, like you say, he didn't get hit. He just backed up and then fell. And he was out of it. You know what I mean? And that was a bad look.
Statistics say that 13 fighters lose their lives every year.
Yeah.
Now, when you hear fans talk about this fighter's a cab driver, or like dismissing certain fighters and not understanding that you put your lives, on the line each fight, each round.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make you feel?
I mean, I just be wanting them to get in there and just see what it's hitting for. You know what I mean? When you talk like that, you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta at least know what it's like to get in there. Don't talk like that if you don't know. You know what I mean? But that's just people talking, and that's what they do. And they talk like that because they know they never gonna get in there. But I just hope his family is okay, man. I hope, I hope the commissions could tighten up with these physicals and things like that. Because it had to be something wrong with him, you know what I mean, for that to happen. It didn't just happen for nothing.
Reality, G, you're not getting any younger. You a guy that hops in and out of the ring off of long layoffs. Yeah. Did that give you any pause, yo, got 3 kids now, I got a good career as a trainer, maybe I shouldn't be getting in the ring?
Nah, because that's my thing. It's just my thing. And it might have been that for him. So it's like, for me, I have an understanding that how we end up dying is how we end up dying. We don't have no control over that. You know what I mean? It's just crazy seeing that though, because he a fighter. I'm a fighter, but don't make me not want to get in there. You know what I mean? This is my peace. This is where I find my peace, being in the gym. So I can't look at it like that, even if I did want to. Because then if I'm looking at it like that, then I don't even want to even be a coach because it might happen to one of my fighters. But we take that risk knowing something could happen.